Well, hi Virgos, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Virgos, let's find out, what can you expect to come up in your life? Might have some divine timing or a spiritual lesson coming up here. Okay, Virgos. The overall energy of your entire reading is the Four of Cups. This is an offer or an apology of sorts trying to come in. But look at you. You're not reaching for it. Either you're thinking about it or you're refusing it. And so I need to read more. So up here in your highest energy is the Judgment card. Now, perhaps the timing is off. Perhaps this is a spiritual lesson. So let's read on. Let's find out. There's your guardian angels and spirit guides. They've been blowing this horn down on you. And you're awakening now. So it can be about timing. It can be about a spiritual lesson. Let's keep reading. I have the 10 of Wands here. Yeah, so you're going to be able to drop this burden. You have carried a heavy burden. And you're going to be able to start letting these wands just go. Okay? So perhaps this is what you're waiting for. You're letting go of either the past, or you're letting go of some kind of experience, or whatever has been weighing heavy on you, you will be letting it go. Maybe you just need to do that before you reach out for that cup, but let's keep reading. I have the Empress. This is the card for Leo or Taurus. That might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But more importantly, universe, they'll put this card out here in your highest energy especially to remind you of the type of person you are. You're very, all cards are male or female, but you're a very beautiful person inside. You're very kind and thoughtful and loving and considerate and generous. And I can go on and on with all these beautiful qualities that you just possess as being a human being. So, whoever you let into your life, make sure they have a lot of those same qualities or it won't work. You'll clash, okay? If you're a parent, you're a very good parent also with that card. I have the Knight of Swords under the Judgment card, which could, and it's right next to the Four Cups. So I'm still, let me think, that the Knight of Swords, this isn't very actionable. You're taking that sword, you're rushing forward for truth and for clarity. So, being a spiritual lesson or divine timing, I feel like this could be a spiritual lesson, definitely, that we're talking about. And I feel like this spiritual lesson is what has been the big burden that you've been carrying. Spiritual lessons are so difficult to get through, but you're getting through it. You're awakening to it. So you're going to be able to drop those wands. You're going to remember who you are, what you deserve from life. And you are done. It's like you are done with your spiritual lesson, and that's why you're not accepting this cup. Because somebody is trying to come back in here. And if you accept this cup, you have not learned your spiritual lesson, and that's how I feel in this reading. I have the Three of Pentacles on the other side of the Four Cups and under the Empress. Three of Pentacles. I just don't think you saw eye to eye. I don't think they had a lot of the same qualities that you have as a person. And I think that's why really that this didn't last or couldn't last. And I think your spiritual lesson is how to recognize someone who is good for you and someone who is bad for you. Okay, so that you can make the right decisions moving forward. I have the 10 of Cups under the Knight of Swords. This is what you want. What you were getting was not what you want. This is 10 cups of love. sunshine and rainbows, union between two people. It's actually a family situation because there's children dancing. So there could be commitment associated with this card. But this is a beautiful, loving, equal exchange of love card. So, you know, you need to let this cup go if you want to reach this 10 of Cups, and I know you want to reach that 10 of Cups. I have the King of Swords right next to the 10 of Cups and under the 4 of Cups. So, this is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. That might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But the King of Swords is in self-defense, and you're getting into this self-defense position now. And you're having your sword up. You're looking for truth and clarity about the relationships that you're getting into because you know exactly what you want from a relationship that enters your life. So, the King of Swords, very mature energy. I have the Magician here right next to the King of Swords and right under the 3 of Pentacles. So the Magician, there's that infinity symbol, the symbol of intuition and knowing. So it's like, you know, you see, you're becoming yourself again. You know that you have all the tools to make a relationship work. And you're going to hold out for it. You know, if they can't be the ones that are it with this 3 of Pentacles, if you keep butting heads, can't see eye to eye, and this relationship became a big burden, you know that you can manifest, and you know that you have the tools to make help a relationship work. So you're manifesting just what it is that you need in your life. Wow, Virgos, let's take out the second part of this reading. Alrighty, Virgos. Okay, so I have the Ace of Cups up here next to the Empress. Boy, you have a lot of love in your heart. And you know what? I think someone's coming in to offer you a real cup of love. See, by not accepting this one, learning your spiritual lesson, knowing what you deserve from life, you are actually manifesting a huge cup of love to actually come in for you. You have been in this state with the 8 of Swords of not really seeing all the truth that was around you with this other relationship. It's like you weren't dealing with it. You just kind of let it ride until you reach this point of taking action. So the 8 of Swords is not an energy you want to go forth in because you want to know what's going on around you. And you know, part of not knowing is not wanting to deal with it, okay? So it's almost like it's an illusion. You're not really trapped, but you allow yourself to be trapped. And that's why you weren't being handed that cup of love. I have the Hierophant here. This is the card for Taurus. Taurus might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But the Hierophant, this is about traditional morals, traditional ways. This is about commitment, stability, security. This is a card of marriage in a lot of tarot readings. So I feel like there is something very grounded coming along. Someone is going to offer you a cup of love. And in that love, in that cup, there is commitment. It probably won't present itself as commitment at first, as usual, but it's in there. It's a sincere cup of love. I have the King of Cups under the Ace of Cups and next to the 3 of Pentacles. So you have pulled back your cup, your giant cup of love that you do have, and you're holding it close until the right person comes along. You know, it's right next to this bickering relationship. It's like you just kind of pulled it back. You know, you got through your spiritual lesson, and you're waiting for the right person to hand that love out to. This is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. That might be strong in your chart or someone else's chart around this reading. But next to the King of Cups is the 8 of Cups. So this is why, just like I said, this is the walking away. The walking away from an unserving relationship that you really tried not to deal with. You kind of let it ride for a while, but it had to go. with that Knight of Swords. And all you were getting, and this is the cup that's missing out of the Eight of Cups. I have the Page of Cups. There was a fish in the cup that you were getting out of that relationship. It was a tainted love. It wasn't really fully heartfelt. Well, this is under the Hierophant. What's coming in is heartfelt. What's coming in is sincere. I don't think this was a sincere cup of love that you were getting. Oh, and look, and we got the Knight of Cups under the King of Cups, and next to the Magician, this is what you're manifesting. They are coming in with a sincere cup of love. They are. They might be a water sign, you know, but it's the energies that count the most. They're going to want a fresh start. They're going to want a new, fresh start, new beginning, and it is going to be, because this wand is just blossoming and blooming. So it could be something simple, like a go out to dinner or a cup of coffee or a walk in the park. But it's going to evolve. It's going to blossom and bloom. And that's going to put an end, really, to all these past swords that have, you know, gotcha. Swords of pain, you know, of love gone wrong. The Ten of Swords is the card of the end. So the end of the pain, okay? The end of getting these tainted little bitty cups of love. That is beautiful. So you're doing the right thing by learning your spiritual lesson, not allowing the wrong energy into your life. They don't have the same qualities that you do as a person. And that really, you're manifesting the right person to come in here. I have under the deck the Nine of Wands. So you did reach your wit's end before you were able to come out of that Eight of Swords. It just came, and that's probably why I have the Knight of Swords. It's like you just reach your wit's end. You're like, I am done. Like one day, okay? And you feel like you were drugged through the mud in this relationship. You feel all worn out, beat up over this relationship. And so that's why, that was all part of your spiritual lesson, by the way. So for you to realize that you deserve more, and you will get more now that you learned your lesson and you don't let this person back in over here. That was not serving you. Wow. So Virgos, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.